Does it happen with you sometimes? While you're driving on the highway, a car goes right behind you, flashing on the highlight several times. Although there's no way for you to move, this car keeps flashing on the highlight. And keeps flashing on the highlight and drives closer and closer to your car. Or is there someone in your life that keeps telling you what to do? And if you tell them no, they will get crazy on you? Well, psychologists call those type of people controlling people or manipulated people. But I call them control freaks because they are neither nice nor respectful. Toastmaster, members and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
I know when I say control freaks, people just go, yes, that's my father, that's my wife, that's my husband, or even that's my boss. But what does control freaks really mean? The definition. Well, control freaks are the people who live an external life, meaning they spend most of their time focused on other people, focused on what they should be doing, what are they doing wrong, and by this external focus, they are actually avoiding what's going on internally. And it's like a drug for them. It helps them forget the internal pain. Of course, it's unfair to accuse anyone of being like a control freak unless we have an evidence. So what are the signs or evidences that reveals a control freak? First, the control freak are very hot-tempered people. When they get mad, they may hurt you verbally or even physically, especially in front of people, to get the spotlight they're craving for. That's really scary. Second thing, they cannot take no for an answer. If you tell them no, they would get mad. They want all their demands to be done right away. The third thing is that they cannot stand other people's success stories. When they hear success stories, they feel like they don't feel comfortable. That's why most of control freaks do not have friends who are more successful than them. Also, a control freak will like, I'm striving not to use the note. Okay, in my experience, once I had a friend. We had a chat together. He was telling me about his father. He is very frustrated from his father. He said, my father always tells me exaggerated stories about himself. He says, when I was in university, I was the strongest, I was the bravest. His father. He used to tell me, when I play hand wrestling with people, amongst 10,000 students, no one can win on me. And I was known in the university as Rambo. And one day, this father, he was desperately in need of money. So, a guy came to him, told him, are you Rambo? He said, yes, I am Rambo. And then he said, okay, I know you need money. That's right? He said, yes, that's right. I'll give you $1,000, but I'll give you a bag and I'll give you a remote control. I want you to put this bag into the ship and then run away 200 meters, then press the button to explode. Then he said to his son, you know, son, although I was desperately in need of money to buy for you diapers, but I didn't get this mission for honor. So this guy always tells his son exaggerated tales about his battles in life. So one of the signs that reveals a control freak is that they always tell you exaggerated tales. Now, we know what is a control freak, what are the signs that reveals a control freak. So the next thing to know, the next crazy thing to know, is how to deal with those kind of people. First, when you deal with them, always remain calm. And never try to control a controller. And never be their victim. Because once you do that, you're actually giving them a chance to control you more. And that only will make things worse. Another thing to do when dealing with controllers or control freaks is you should know that you have the full right to tell them no to the things you don't want to do. Even if they got frustrated, it's not your fault. They are the one who have issues inside. The last thing, if it's very hard to deal with them, then remove them from your life. But what if they are a part of family, you cannot remove them? Well, all what you can do is to minimize the time you spend with them. In this way, you're actually reducing his control on you. At last, the most important message I'd like to tell you guys is when dealing with control freaks, you should be careful because they are extremely freaks. Over to you, Tasma.